But
his hand along my bra strap. Yes.
But let me ask you, Mwaf, on a general level.
Yeah.
Who do you hug? Girls, like female-wise, who do you hug? Rap or music or movies, sometimes your dream starts to form into
the song.
Yeah, if you talk about some gunplay fight in a dream or some gangster.
Yeah. So now mi ilikuwa hivyo. So nimelala, alafu tuko tumetoka kufanya ile birthday party ya Robo. So tumelala. And then now in my dream, Robo is just rapping like this. Like, I've never known this dude can rap this well. And then after 2 years, hopefully na hope sasa nizachukua machine yangu. Like, this is my machine.
What's your dream car? And I think dream cars have 2 tiers. Yeah. But you know guys are doing well when they're drinking kombucha. Someone has elevated.
Yeah. Iko Nini. Episode 495. Tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend. And mwendaga eotwe mara mingi sana. And let me confess, every time mwendaga eotwe, there's always a drink on the table. So let me apologize. Unakujaga hapa, this is the first time there's a drink.
Yeah. But you know guys are doing well when they're drinking kombucha. Someone has elevated.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, so this is the official Iko Nini kombucha inaitwa Altamcraft.
It's good.
Kombucha by Altamcraft, yes. Yeah, you're telling me that you've tasted some zile ziku kubamba?
I've tasted some renditions of shout out Saji. The other day I was at my house.
Yeah.
He brought some kombucha. I'm like, hey bro, you trying to kill me, man? This is smooth. This is tasty. I like it.
Yeah. So so it's kombucha by Altamcraft. Unazabaki umeipata. And mostly, nime notice it's your areas. These two affluent areas.
Affluent areas? Yeah, I live in the hood, man. What are you talking about?
Dio kombucha inauzwa jo. Hizi akina Masarit. Because I didn't know about it. This is the funny thing about kombucha. I didn't know about it until watu wa Altamcraft waniambie. So that's when I was able to taste it, because I always used to associate it with alcohol. So I thought it was alcoholic. So akiniambia like, hey, Buddha joke na vile naweza kusupply na nini ya set, because this is easy. And then you come, it's not alcoholic. And I've really loved it. So these are 2 of the flavors. So kuna berry blend na yako ni hibiscus.
This is yes, hibiscus.
Yes. Yeah. So vile nimesema hii unapaki umeipata like wapi? Sarit Center, Westlands, Hilton hapa Nairobi CBD, Village Market, yeah, Center na Westgate Westlands.
Yeah, affluent areas.
Affluent areas.
Kweli.
Yeah, vile tu nani amekwambia jo, hii ukikunywa kama hii watu wanakubali kwa kweli, you know what you're doing.
Kabisa.
Yes, and of course tukiwa na Eric waga lazima tubongejea vitu kadhaa zile zime happen.
Absolutely.
And, I don't know if we should start internationally ama locally. Let's start locally / internationally.
Okay.
So there was this story of there's some kid who alidedishana huko US and then escaped and came to Kenya, and then he was arrested and by the FBI akabaki amerudishwa States.
Somali guy, yeah?
Yes, some Somali guy. So I think maybe we can check that clip and then tubonge juu yake. And it's one of those stories zile unashindwa na mtu like we mwenyewe uko US, sindio?
Yeah.
Like you have a chance to change your life, then you decide to be a gangster. Like I don't understand how that works.
It's becoming a common thread. I remember the other day someone in South Sea, in fact a former student of mine, her brother was stabbed in some gang activities. The Somali guy was ex-UK, and apparently they're bringing some of that gang activity back with them. And most of these guys who you see, a lot of them, a good amount of them have been sent back for transgressions, maju, at different levels. Of course, not all of them will be murder, but there are guys who are just sent back to Africa.
Oh, so
can you imagine in South Sea someone was being stabbed on some gang stuff? Yeah.
Wametoka na ujinga huko UK, yeah?
And my former student, she's a lady. She was, she was from very well-off family, So the fact that the brother was probably there. The fact that the brother was involved in gang activity here to the point of stabbing was a bit sad. I felt
so now he's in jail, amo?
I don't know if he's in jail, but there was a time there was a statement from I think even DCI. Maybe we'll ask your producer to check that out. Just condemning this whole thing because, hey, bro, this is Kenya, bana. You're bringing
kuna upumbavu wezi leta. But wacha tucheki huyu hii story ya US. Sure. Ni tukwila ama ni takwila Costco.
New at 6 and only on Como, a major break in the case of a woman who was murdered in the parking lot of the Tukwila Costco last year. Federal agents say they tracked down the accused shooter in Africa. Police say the man shot the woman while trying to steal her sister's purse as they were loading groceries into their car. Como's Jeremy Harris is breaking this story tonight. And Jeremy, this case absolutely shocked the community.
Well, and Preston, adding to that shock was the fact that the accused shooter, Salman Haji, fled the country 5 days after the murder. Well, we now know the FBI went to Kenya, apprehended him, and he is now here at the King County Jail. Tonight, we're all...
Salman Haji.
Yeah, came to Kenya, apprehended him. Because the history I say kuhepa, watu hepa, they come to Kenya. And with the other guy, I understand, ule wa last year. The one who alikuwa ame-analyze wife wake.
Yes,
akamwacha kwa airport.
Yes.
Uwe ama ilikuwa last year but one because aliarrestiwa last year. Ye nikuwa naelewa. Huyu unaitwa Haji. Unafanya nini Kenya? Kuja Kenya.
Deep.
Enda Somalia.
And then murder. You know, this is not shoplifting, bana.
Yeah.
Murder, you get deep, man. Like hide as far as you can never be found, man. Why would you be here living La Vida Loca in Nairobi when you murdered someone in the States? They'll find you, bro. This is the FBI.
Yeah, hata kuacha.
Bro, the FBI will find you.
Alafu, like, what makes you, like, you are a Somali kid, most probably uliendapo kama refugee, ama hata maybe ulizaliwa States kama refugee, to refugees. What makes you think, ama what makes you want to join that gang culture? Makes no sense to me. Like, you are so lucky. Kuna to, like, you'll always find people in the comments saying like, no, being born in a country like America is not luck. There's luck. There's an element of luck here. Life ni lottery, sindio? So some of us are born in Chikundu kama hii yetu, where like the probability of even getting a job,
it's tough. Even if you've studied at the highest level, it's not a guarantee.
Pale umenda country where you can be what you want to be. Like, you just need to work hard and just luck kidogo. Kenya, you can work hard kabisa, but where's the luck even?
But you know, also, Maf, I've come to learn from interacting with different people. Mentality is something either you're born with naturally, or rather you're cultured into it. Like I'll refer to the IQ Watson episode I did where he told his life story, and he's a guy you can tell whose mentality was already of hard work, success.
Yes,
from the time he was pumping gas in Nakuru. He already had that mentality that it was just at every level people are just spotting it, elevating, spotting it, elevating it. So such a guy ended up in, of course, in the States, started as a guy mjengo with Mexicans, and now he's a well-to-do guy. So it's mentality. So this guy from the video I saw, I remember he was a proper criminal, you know, driving a stolen car, going to the parking lot of a mall in the States. You guy, I think CCTV captured him at so many different angles that he was at. And this guy is just a guy who's not thinking, you know. So mentality, man. If you have the wrong mentality, if you're a guy of shortcuts in the States and you think you're gonna get through life robbing people, how long can that last?
Yeah, after that's a country that's unforgiving. Najua kuna country kama Kenya ile you can get away with bullshit if you know the right people. That country is like, you come to jailing people in the prison industrial complex where they are looking like, give me a chance.
It's money.
Just give me a reason to jail you. I'm going to jail you. Then uko in that country doing some very American stuff and you're not American.
And then you kill an American?
Yeah.
She was an Asian American, right?
Yes.
You kill an Asian American, bro, and then you think Kenya gonna be like, no, us guys, we won't extradite you, bro. I'm sure they handed him over. I'm sure they were so happy to hand him over, man.
Yeah, because that reminds me of the other guy. Hata sijui kesi yake naendeleaje. Unakumbuka ule aliachaga ule dem kwa airport, akakuja.
Yeah, that was a sad one though.
Yeah. Akakuja hapa akahide and then mtu alimpeana tu. One of the last places alienda after he escaped from the police station. That person alimpeana tu.
Wait, he escaped from a police station here?
Yes. Here he was arrested because he became so comfortable that he started hanging out in Westi. Wakona tafuta na FBI utenda Westi.
But also, it's not like he didn't leave a trail. You know, there's not that I'm a murderer, but imagine you've murdered someone, maybe you've disposed of them. somewhere where you think they'll never be found, maybe the woods.
Yeah.
And then now you go to the airport and travel. Sour. I can get the mindset of, I did my thing in Uko, let me hang out in West. But you left her at the airport rotting, decomposing. So of course they're going to
You're seen ukiingia na yeye.
like of course they're going to try and follow you all the way where you boarded the aircraft or you went to Kenya. You can't hang out in West.
Alafu kitu moja ile mushindagwa nayo ni yo this concept of you're not ready to be left. Najua. Like I always say,
or like male female, or like the relationship you mean.
Yes, nasemaga like napenda wife lakini kitaka kuniacha naweza niacha. Like I don't nini, but hii mentality ya ukiniacha ama ukitaka kuniacha nitaku makes no sense to me. I know in America it's a little bit different because she might go with half your shit, but now at some point you have to decide which is better, your freedom ama half your shit.
It would be
I'll
sad.
Freedom.
It would be sad, but I know because nowadays we gym in the same gym. I'll just find Muff. By the way, first of all, shout out to your gains, man. I was actually sent with a message from Saj. Maybe you don't notice because of the person. Even in the picture you posted at the data center, you can see the gains, man.
Kijavile Ian ananienjoy hapa nje. You know, we have a challenge with Ian.
I was watching today, you calling him out. You dissed his nyanye.
Yeah, you had to diss his nyanye. So nani, to end up nini, there's a guy called Iko Yugi. So Iko Yugi has paid for one session for Ian and RAPCHA. So sasa natafuta tu mtu wa kulipa trainer. Alafu sasa tuende. Because Ian, I think from the outside, yo angalia anachukua. Hizi vitu ni simple. You know, if you've never been to a gym,
it's not
you
easy.
think these things are simple. Then uende pale ndio una notice like, you leave your nyanyes at the door.
It's quite tough. But back to the kukubali kuachwa, man. If you're left, man, I just find Muff now. Maybe he was benching 80, now he's benching like 160.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. I take it out on the gym. You cannot, how can you kill someone? Because you were left. So that guy the previous guy it was a case of a broken heart.
Yes. Huwa Boston. Ilikuwa hivyo. Walikuwa wameachana. Then kuna mwingine wa Texas ili happen last year, but him was just arrested akiwa huko. Huyo dem alimwambia nikanta kumwacha akamalizia tu hapo. But then he was arrested. He didn't even help her. I think I don't know if he was arrested in the nini. He was like a military guy. So militaries najua pia stories are PTSD because I remember being told he was a very quiet guy. And those quiet ones, najuanga.
But have you seen also, I know people like to say it's the West. I mean, it's way more developed.
Yeah.
But prison is prison, bro. Prison is prison, man. You know $1 million worth of game?
Yeah.
Gilly and Wallow. And Wallow, did 17 years. No, actually did 21 years in prison. And he talks about just how hellish.
Yes.
You can imagine 21 years. Wallow is probably now short of 50. He spent almost half his life. And in the States, maze, there's gangs.
Yeah.
So you're there with your Kenyan self from a Somali descent, and here you're finding Crips, Bloods, Soreños, Orteños.
Alafu, you saw the way they are small, huh? Those two.
Those guys are.
And new wives, tahari.
Those are definitely gonna be, and then they have soft hair.
Yeah.
Those guys are gonna be someone's wife in there for sure.
Yeah. So now the only thing that inaweza save ni vile inakuagati the Muslim nation hapo ndani. Waga, that's why wasoingia wana slim. Because now they protect you from such. So now they'll have to, will those people be able to embrace them and be like,
And speaking of briefly, I mean, I think you saw my interview with a guy called the Big Homie CC.
Yes, Big Homie CC. Yeah,
that was quite an exciting episode I did, man. But he also just captures the growing up in Chirac, you guys. Chicago, inner city.
Shembaka footage yake akibleed. I was there like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Like that's some gangster shit.
And what I loved about him is he doesn't promote it. He's a guy he recognizes that being born in that circumstance is you're set up to be a victim, but you have to, it goes back to the mentality thing. He had a meeting with himself. He said that it was a time they'd just been shot at, they're drinking Henny, it's just another day at the office, and he realized his bleeding is not stopping because of the alcohol. And his brother just asked, how long are we going to do this shit?
Do this, yes.
So, but what puzzled me mostly about growing up in a city, Moaf, the way your personality, you're a funny guy, me, I'm a funny guy. But when you're born in that environment, you're the same guy, but you're also a killer.
Yeah.
Because of survival. Because between here and going to school, for example, there's gangs.
Yeah.
So I asked him straight up, you can't be a square. What if I just want to be a square? Like, I want to be a square.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, man. So if you're a square, then during recreation, you want to go play basketball in the park. You guys your food. You're going to be robbed. You're going to be harmed. So you have to pick a side. Now, what tends to happen is the hood recognizes people who are outstanding. So you'll find someone like Kendrick was being protected by the same hoodlums. They're like, nah, this guy is extra special.
Yes.
You don't be gang affiliated. You just live, go about your way.
Yeah.
Another guy I saw something similar about was the guy for Blackish, Anthony Anderson.
Yes.
He was saying gangsters used to have a pass across the hood because they knew, that's the actor guy who's really good at acting. Like,
just Nini.
Yeah, you can live a normal life. So
okay,
for you to get a pass, you have to be extraordinary.
Because vile umesema hivyo remind pia, I was watching nani pia wasa waende wacheki yo Big Homie CC.
Big Homie CC out to man. Such that as a fire.
Yeah, it's a really dope one, right? Because I remember like I watched the whole of it and kwa na hiyo place like wanna bleed out. And then an interesting nini perspective on the whole Diddy stuff na kubonga juu ya watu with the spike
with the spike, yeah. Your chicks, you said your cakes getting taken, man.
yeah. So another person ule alikuwa nabonga juu ya kupatiwa pass ni Tyson Beckford. He was on The Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, I watched that. And he's like a gangster.
Yeah.
Despite the pretty boy manenos.
Clicky clack.
I have my Glock.
Yeah, so it was also funny. Plus yes, kuna juu he has Jamaican roots. Alafu pia akabaki amebonga juu ya Fat Joe. Because so the Fat Joe clip, ile claiming that he used to rob a whole gym. Fat Joe is full of shit.
Yesterday I was watching Joe and Jada and they said, he said they're calling him the Cap. There's a name they've bandicad him because of all his cap. But I think now he's also leaning into it. He's leaning into the outlandish stories that are so far-fetched.
Yeah.
I saw someone did a clip of, and I'm sure Laman can find it, where it's like with the audio bed of, I robbed my whole gym. And then there's a picture of Fat Joe like in middle school.
Yeah, middle school.
This guy looks like a square.
Good, yeah. I remember, because the funny thing about it is, because one of the things I also enjoyed about your conversation yako na Big Homie CC is your knowledge of this new school hip-hop.
Yeah.
Because hapo sikudanganye. Like vile mulianza mkiongea juu ya hip-hop, I was just floating. Anaba hip-hop fan. So nasikia hapo mnabonga juu ya kina Chief Keef, juu ya drill.
GD.
And they're like, shit. Ule mngekuwa ni Young Dolph ama nani? There are people you mentioned.
Lil Reese, Lil Jojo,
yes,
Lil Durk.
Paka mkabonga juu ya ile, you played even a clip of I'm gonna kill you, Jojo.
Yeah, Lil Reese. So what happened was when drill music, in fact, you know DJ Academics?
Yeah.
DJ Academics cut his teeth in content with
drill.
With a thing called The War in Chirac. So The War in Chirac came out at a time and he was capturing the gang was in Chirac on like a movie-esque level.
Yeah.
So he was doing commentary with video clips. It was so entertaining, but it was, the catch was guys are dying for real. So that, it was a Muaf and RAPCHA. Right now, Muaf and RAPCHA are not talking. Then there's a clip of Muaf talking shit about RAPCHA at Sarit Center. Then maybe RAPCHA's at Village Market. And then the next thing, 3 days later, Street RAPCHA was shot. He's covering, like it was real-time journalism about real-time gang culture. But I thought people are pissed because you're in a basement somewhere making money. Because
yes.
Academics was killing it, millions of views. But guys are dying. Yeah, so
there you go, Nini. Oh, that's where alitoka. Because I think nilimjua. They also did they do the pod with Nani? Joe Biden at some
that
point.
Was after.
After,
for academics to even be recognized enough to be called by, what's that conglomerate called?
Iko revolt, iko complex.
Complex. It was because of what he had built from the war in Chirac. But I really like academics, man. I'm a fan.
Yeah, but he blundered. You saw like the way he nearly got himself cancelled. Was it a few years back? Last year.
What happened?
The one when some kid, like you go 15 years old, and him join. And then he was They're like, why do you people do this damn shit? You have to think about how much. Because Tyson Beckford was saying that he always thinks about, like, even he does not hug girls nowadays. And I was telling me, because itakuwa like, oh, he grabbed my bra strap. He moved his hand along my bra strap.
But let me ask you, Muaf, on a general level.
Yeah.
Who do you hug? Girls, like female-wise, who do you hug?
Me mostly wagani wife. Alafu some friends, who hug friends and acquaintances. Wakifanya hivi, I can't leave you all awkward. I have to go all in. But you see now with Kenya, there is not that like out of control Me Too movement.
No, the reason I'm bringing up, it's just a conversation I have with some of my colleagues at work where I don't hug my colleagues. I feel like in this environment, because of the kind of work I do, man, we meet almost daily. Why are we hugging?
Yes.
I feel like it's a very young.
Yeah.
My memory of why we used to hug girls when we were teenagers was it was an expression of somewhat nyege.
Yes.
Like,
unaambia alini hug.
But the guy hugged that chick. So it was just like a forced thing we used to do. So I felt it a bit immature to do it at the workplace as a whole grown up. That was
okay.
just
Okay, because with me vile nimesema like kuna those acquaintances wale watu tumejuana for long wale tukipatana after some time tunaweza hagiana tu kidogo ile tu kuonyeshana but apart from that pia mimi nakuaga mtu wa mkono but still kitu naangalia ni with Kenya pia there is not that extra. You understand, like the way in states you're walking on eggshells, like any small move can end up in a disaster.
But I want to advise you to start moving as if we're in the States, because we're just a reflection of the West. We're just like a few years behind. I mean, just look at what we're doing here. All of these things will manifest themselves in the years to come. So even right now, whenever you're moving around, whatever you do, just always be conscious. Act as if someone is watching you.
Yes.
Even how you interact with women, how you correspond with people. Just always keep in mind that this is fodder for the future for someone.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this, mommy, it'll find its way.
Yeah, najua. Maybe at least one of the things that I'm lucky with is I started a pod when I was in quotes mature. So niko mature to the level of I'm not sliding in anyone's DM. I don't cut here guests. I don't do all that shit. So now I just need to take it to the next level where now I'm more cautious. The more that the pod grows, the more you become a target. The more small things that you do that were acceptable now all of a sudden become unacceptable. Jokes that you could make that were, understand? So kuna hiyo element. But at least one thing Moga proud of is there's no guest anaweza sema ashikujaga hapa akakatiwa, especially na mimi. I'm going to also say Ian. Nenda kusema Ian sijaimwona kitu kama hiyo, but I'm 100% sure about myself.
But Saji told me Ian kind of made a pass at him.
Oh shit.
But do you think sorry, I don't want to digress from your flow, but do you think they're building up IShowSpeed to break him down? It feels that way.
I don't know. It feels he's so big right now that the only way anaenda ni chini. Najua.
Like it's so colossal. Was it true he signed a $600 million deal?
Yeah.
With FIFA.
Oh, sijui kama amedu hivyo.
With FIFA. So I think he signed a $600 million deal, and I'm like,
oh, yes, stories jacheki. Because najua the way alienda China, like as soon as he left China, at the amount of traffic on visit China was ridiculous. Alafu kuna kitu amedu majuzi hapo, like majuzi akiwa Turkey when they did that kiprank of kutaka kumwagia nini moto. You saw that kiprank, where someone shows up with like ni trays na vitu kama hizo, alafu inakanika zinaenda kuanguka, so ana jump because you know he's super fast. And this guy is athletic, man. Was magari.
And then
so athletic.
He's been training because he did that famous sprint with Noah Lyles where boss, they were neck and neck up until the end. Noah Lyles right now is the fastest man on earth currently. And they went neck and neck. And this guy, IShowSpeed, has no technique. He wasted a whole amount of energy by doing a backflip before the race started. You know that it's quite, you expend quite a bit of energy for the backflip. So it's like, guys were like, if he hadn't done that backflip, he'd have had more energy to burst off running. So right now he's training, he's doing proper training technique for sprinting because he wants to race some of these guys. But yeah, like you say, I agree. Like, and I'm not wishing on his downfall. But hey, he's colossal.
Yeah, nimegoogle your story. So iko like rumors suggest that IShowSpeed, the streamer, is reportedly signing a massive record breaking Twitch deal over 600 million over 2 years.
You guys, 600 million 2 years, and the guy is not 23 yet.
Angalia, let's look at it this way. 600 million shillings in 2 years. It's ridiculous. We're talking about $600 million in 2 years.
And this guy is under 25, Marv. So in 2 years, he can call it quits and say whatever.
But damn. That's so nini. Alafu it shows you the way parents supporting their kids. Did you see? I'd shared this, I'm sure, by saizi isha expire. I don't think I liked it. But nitaangalia. But I'd shared the video of him as a kid akiwa na madhake think the mom is making like his hair and is there hype. Like he's always been a hype kid.
And the mom, no, but it's interesting also, and this is to your followers who are legitimately chasing their dreams and sometimes they're feeling some resistance. You guy, his mom many times was whiling. He has footage of the mom like storming into the room like, what the hell are you doing? You're making noise.
Yeah.
That time he was building his stream, like so he'd always have that awkward silence. Mom, I'm about to switch it off now. Just, can you imagine, bro? Right now he's probably retired them times 1,000.
Yeah.
600 million. What I mean, $600 million, bro.
In 2 years. And I affect his YouTube revenue. So you're Twitch. So inamaanisha ita drop fast kwa Twitch. Alafu the way we consume content. When's the last time ulikuwa Twitch?
I don't think I've actually ever been on Twitch.
So people who consume on YouTube will still maintain kwa YouTube.
Yeah.
Alafu watu wa Twitch. So Twitch itakuwa ikiingiza ile 600M. Him YouTube yake niko sure ni we are talking of at least maybe half an M per month.
Have you ever thought about streaming?
No. I've thought about it. I think there's someone who told me about Twitch. But niko zile za...
Do you know this guy is called something Lumu? I'm sure you've seen him on TikTok.
Yeah.
Younger guy, I see him. He's a Kenyan guy who's streaming and of course he does all these funny videos. And people think I was talking to one of my younger cousins the other day and I was like, bro, watch this guy. Give him in 10 years, you'll understand exactly what this guy was doing. He's just copy-pasting IShowSpeed, Kaisenat, but now Kenyan, more African. And even in the last 6 months, you can see the traction.
Yeah.
But we're all kids of, and I always say kids, of course, in quotes, we're children of Western content.
Yes.
You're easily Joe Biden, yes, Africa, the African version of Joe Biden. Look at this guy who was Mr. Beast-esque videos. The Ugandan guy. I thought I should be hosting him soon. The guy who did Summer Tides.
Yeah. Nani anaitwa
Kahuma.
Yes.
Yeah, he's Mr. Beast. Just a different version. This other guy I'm talking about is definitely Kai Senat, but just so I just copy paste me Joe Rogan, you guy, Joe Rogan. Thank you. Literally, we're children of Western entertainment.
Yes. Yeah. That one Swezi kata. It influences a lot of stuff. Even the way we look at the world in Akwagani. I think that's why we find ourselves talking about what's happening there.
And the guy I have named you after, bro. You seen the bag they're making?
Oh, akina Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I saw that 20.
Man,
they're in line to make over $20 million in 2025.
Apparently, he's the highest, and I was shocked. The highest paid Patreon guy per month across the board.
Oh, because Nani I think lost people because he was making a lot of PIA.
Who's this?
Jordan Peterson. When people notice that he's what? Is he deranged?
You've got to clean your room. You've got to start by cleaning your room.
Yeah. If you put him on the spot, he can't argue out the shit that he says. So he opened a space ataenda aseme vitu before his challenge. Remember when it was him versus 20 atheists and he couldn't...
hapo aliwezo. But I think also there, I'll defend him a bit. I've seen him go toe-to-toe with guys. He's good. I think he's around them. So he didn't go prepared. You have to go there ready. Because they were ready. They were ready.
Limnyorosha. Na ulichekia nani majuzi? Because do you know the funny thing is I was thinking of nini kuchukua idea.
Well, why not start? What's stopping?
Nothing is stopping.
But then, guys, I want you put in the comments Moaf versus 20 devout Christians. I'm a devout Muslims. Moaf is the atheist. Just debunking. And then depending on which we choose, as Christians or Muslims, of course we have to have security.
And no weapons. Because you see now, this is the worst thing about country ka Kenya. You'd expect the believers to go get violent with you. Achiki, that's the part
faith
where...
Faith is touchy.
Yeah, I know. I think kuna umse moja naitwa nani? Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais has this thing of, since you're a kid, you're told this thing.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Since you're a kid, you're told this thing. Then eventually, you're an adult, someone else challenges and tells you, this can't be true. Of course, there's going to be that level of resistance. But I'm really thinking of surrounded. Another idea that I'm thinking of is, the way they say that most podcasts don't go past episode 3. The Mwafrika podcast has not gone past episode 3. And I think the reason why... Iko Nini.
I was episode 3.
Yeah, uko kama episode 4 or 5 haijafika 10 yes. And I was thinking maybe it's because sometimes I feel like the conversations za hapo na Iko Nini, they look alike. So I was thinking maybe I should just make it a hip hop podcast where I just talk about the power of this music. Because this is vile umetoka kusema like we are children of ni western entertainment ama kitu kaa hiyo
Yes.
I don't know how you put it. And when I look at someone like Calligraph, I see the power of hip hop. You know, this is someone like grew up Dandora, Kayole, poverty, had to drop out of school.
Follow the blueprint of...
Yes. Then just loved this genre of music where people just rhyme words, and it changed his whole life outlook. I look at niangalie Octo, the same thing. Niangalie King Kaka, the same thing. Like if you look at especially our to your time, alafu even size if I was to come and look at even akina Toxic lyrically, I'd hope that Toxic is as business ama as careful with money as someone like Kali. Najua, because for you to kubil kejaka, you have to be very financially disciplined.
I know we talked about it a bit off air. Why don't you start with a Calligraph banger? That's gonna be a banger for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'll diversify it into like $1 million. You see how $1 million worth of game now doing? They're going to people's houses. They're giving you a on-site. So apart from houses, there's studios you can visit. There's so many things you can do with that kind of content. Of course, time. It'll take a bit of time. But I think that can grow your channel very fast.
Because nafikiria sana. Because for a lot of Kenyans especially, wale they don't understand the music itself, who will look at hip hop and think about this American culture. They don't understand vile kwa the people who took time to understand it, not the drug culture, not the word, but the stories. Like these people just gave their stories about life and they'd inspire you. So go in a third world country and you're hearing this story from someone in the first world and you relate to it so much that it's ridiculous. So like some of my favorite rappers, nikiput like my goat MCs, akina Kendrick, kina J. Cole wako hapo, and kuna vile mwaga African as hell, but like some white rappers that are there, like kuna moja anaitwa Slug, mwingine anaitwa Apathy, mwingine anaitwa...
So you're a purist in terms of like lyrics. You're a purist hip hop, eh? Like,
yes,
you're not so mainstream per se.
Yeah, I'm not mainstream. I love people who share their life experiences and perspectives on stuff more than...
Plus you guys were on the... I remember you waged a war on Kapuka.
Yeah, kulikuwa na that one Kapuka and Genge, and it was a rough time. Like hopefully neza pata nani I'd reached out to Latif kwa ile inbox ya Latif like a groupie, because Latif, I don't know, that I could take back to the time, but there's a time we used to go for Capital Rap battles.
Don't tell me Latif was a rapper.
No, tuko tunaenda Capital Rap battles, sisi tuko hapo tukingoja, afu nasikia this is Eric Latif anasoma news, anasoma news alafu anatuangalia anatoka atuachape katu rapa we are ready to rap. So there was that, but to me the music has been so good to me, that it's vile umesema like an American culture, but it's been so good to you. It's changed my world perspective, changed my everything. Like for example, I remember like watching my dad struggling with alcoholism, and then I was listening to this album in it, Moment of Truth. Someone called Gangster Guru, a rapper called Guru.
Yes.
And Guru would talk about that, the way
the guy looks pointy.
Yes. And kumbe your time Guru was actually battling alcoholism, but in his raps he'd not glorify it. He'd talk about the way he stays away from it. Kumbe he was actually battling that. So it was very interesting to go on.
There's a viral clip I did of and I was just sharing a story. I think that day I was podding with I was with Saj and I was talking about how Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP, changed my life.
Yeah.
So my elder brother was about maybe 12 years old. I was 9. So my dad used to give us things on merit. I'm just telling the story. I'm sure some guys have seen it. My dad used to give us things on merit. So work hard in school, come top 3, depending on your ability. Maybe you're a top 5 guy or a top 3 guy. So I remember my brother this time came top 3, maybe even number 2 or something like that. So he had been asking my dad for an Eminem album. So my dad goes to, at the time it was a shop called Muzikiland somewhere, and I think, was it Luthuli? And because it was a physical copy. Buys my bro the album. Of course it's explicit content. So he comes back, gives my bro the album. As cares, of course. So my bro starts playing. My bro had like a small CD player, so my bro starts playing it. At a point he's like, hey, calls me to his room like, hey bro, come check this out. Bro, from that day our lives were changed, man. We're just hearing this guy talking about fuck authority.
Marshall Mathers mekuwa na stan,
Yeah,
Stan was a masterpiece. Stan
till
was a
today I
masterpiece.
listen to Stan.
Simbeka hata leo fans are called Stans like
Yeah.
because of that one iconic song. Yes.
But that was a genius concept. But then now you see the vulgarity. He was talking. He was so anti-authority, and in the African context, if you did it for 4, everything was obedience. So it changed our view in terms of how we looked at authority. We're like, okay, we're small, we're kids, so we can't fight authority. I can have my own opinion, even if it's quietly. So I really resonate with the fact that, hey, hip-hop
Yes.
really. And then I want to ask you, because my friend and I had a serious, rabid argument the other day.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine called Brio, fan of the show. He was saying 50 Cent is richer than Jay-Z.
Nope.
Now, me, I am a.
Yo mecheki nimesema tu nope. Haraka.
I prefer 50 Cent the person.
Than Jay-Z the person. Yes, that one I
I
understand.
feel like from values, principles, he's a more upstanding person. I feel like Jay-Z is pure capitalist. So
yeah.
against all whatever principles need to be flouted for me to make money, I'll do it. But I think
Jay-Z
is richer. And can I put a poll in your comments?
Yeah, okay.
And I want guys to poll with facts, not just feelings. Like if you can present facts that 50 Cent is richer than Jay-Z, me, I'm willing to listen. I'm not married to my point of view. And to the contrary, also, if you can present facts that Jay-Z for a fact is richer than 50, because me and my friend put a bet to this, and we need to put this argument to bed, man, because it got so crazy now. He's doubting the internet. You Google something, but you can't be sure. It's like, so Jay-Z's net worth stands at 2.5 B according to Forbes.
Yeah.
But you see also an argument can be made that Forbes is not real and legit, and they are there. So I need help to win this bet.
IKONINI. So nimeinterrupt show kukupatia some good news. Are you in the UK? Are you in Canada? Are you in Europe? You know what? Good news. LemFi imefika jo. So ukiwa masaiza US, ukiwa UK, ukiwa Canada, ukiwa Europe, bado unzabaki umetuma pesa through LemFi. No sahau, LemFi ukupatiaga the best exchange rates, na pia ile story ya $20 cashback on your first transaction, ile equivalent to $100, hiyo bado iko. So unangoja nini jo? Usahau tumia promo code IKONINI. Yes? Alafu pia kitu moja na nibamba saizi juu ya LemFi ni the fact that si lazima ubaki umeseti do kwa your mobile wallet, uzabaki umetransfer do direct from your debit card ikikuja. Alafu the exchanges themselves zinakuwaga instant. Alafu saizi pia kitu mushinaka nikiambia wasi wako US, jua still unzalipa bills za maparo ka uko maju. Unzalipa aje? Cause till numbers na pay bills pia ziko supported na LemFi. So nangoja nini? Baki umeinstall LemFi. Yes? Na umesikia vile nimesema US, UK, Canada, Europe. Chukueni LemFi, chap. Kauko Dubai, masaiza UAE, LemFi na come soon. Alafu msisahau jo kutumia promo code IKONINI. Unangoja nini? LemFi, international payments for everyone. Let's go back to the show.
Because what did he sell for 750? Ilikuwa his alcohol brand.
A stake in it, yeah.
Yes, alibaki amesell hiyo for 750. What else? Rock Nation is still doing crazy stuff. Watu sahau like Rock Nation, you'd have to look at even Rihanna. If Rihanna is already a billionaire, what do you think? Pia, of course, Jay, like he gave Rihanna a good deal.
Yeah.
Because hata majuzi si unachikinania amesign, that girl, that Nigerian girl has signed with Rock Nation. You saw that, eh?
Nigerian.
This girl of Rush.
Not sure.
A Rasta. Yeah, amesign to nini. So ati inakuja na rules. She can't get pregnant. She can't expose who her boyfriend is. She can't do what.
You have to have the allure that you're reachable.
Yes. Yeah, so akiko hapo alafu abaki ameshika pregnancy haraka italeta shida. But Jay-Z made some really good business moves. Kilo watu sahau ni when other people were signing record deals and getting nini, he's been in quotes independent from day one. Nachikio design because they could not get a record deal.
Yeah.
So that's how they ended up as Rockefeller ikiwakna in a distributor na Def Jam. But they'd keep their publishing, they'd keep everything. So in the process he's made like so many moves zile. At that point utapata 50 alikuwa signed to Interscope na Aftermath. Like,
and as soon as he went in indie from Interscope, his career kind of tanked.
Yeah. So kuna hiyo nini. And but if we are to still stick with the US, kuna hii story ile pia nilicheki. So there's this kid who akiwa 12 years old ended up like walidedisha mtu. So there were 3 kids. I think they were in the car or something. And so he was 12 years old and he was jailed this week. Do you know how long he was jailed for?
But how did they kill the guy? Or kill him?
Walikuwa na guns. So American gun culture.
I would go back to yourself at 12.
Ilikuwa mtoi.
Imagine shooting. The most important thing was I have my foodies are growing and I was good at football and like what? Guys are killing guys at 12?
Na nikiona ile image yako ya nini ilikuwa that image was funny.
Gani hiyo?
Ile image yako mlisha ya mkiwa na Sajid. And you're this slim guy. I've never seen that key photo.
And you know that's
a slim person.
And you know that's not long ago. That's 3 years ago.
You ilikuwa lakini your slimness was because of alcoholism.
No. That time, so I was on a sober streak that time. Like I've said, I used to run 10 kilometers 5 times a day, 5 times a week. So I was obsessed with cardio. It's like I switched addiction. So I used to do 10 kilometers. You know how far? 10?
Yeah, najua.
I was fit as a fiddle.
So ulikuwa nakimbia hapi hapa Nairobi. Vile Nairobi kimbia ni ngumu.
It was during COVID time, so I was staying somewhere in Runda. So I used to run within. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
I was fit, man. And you saw Sajid was also fit.
Yeah, nichekekiona hapa na muscles.
So we're trying. You can see we're in a bit, at least for the first time, I'm getting muscles. Yeah. I was always just like a jelly bean.
But was that Nini just me? But now, back to this. So this kid was jailed for 40 years. But wacha tusikize hizi proceedings.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. Continuing with your top stories and headlines, we now head to the Sunshine State of Florida. Happening today, 2 teens who were involved in the triple murder of 3 other teens in Marion County will be sentenced. Detectives say the 3 teens were all involved in low-level gang activity. The triple murder happening back in 2023. We want to check in now with Fox 35 Orlando's Amanda McKenzie. She joins us live from the Marion County Courthouse. Amanda, good morning. We're learning 1 teen was sentenced yesterday.
That's right, and the judge said in his 35-year career that he had never seen a 12-year-old charged with homicide. Christopher Atkins was sentenced yesterday. He's now 15 years old and was given the minimum sentence after pleading guilty. He will spend the next 40 years in jail convicted of homicide, armed robbery, tampering with evidence, and a separate battery committed while in jail. The teen spoke in court right before he was sentenced.
Even while in juvie?
Yeah, sikia hiyo jo. Alafu, so alikuwa 12.
He's gonna lose his virginity in jail, bro.
Yes, alikuwa 12. Akacommit 3 years ago. Amefungwa 40. So if he's been jailed for 3 years, now he still has a 37 years to go.
My God.
Why? Because, and I feel like, tumetoka kubonga juu ya rap. And I feel like rap has played a role in this. And that's the saddest thing about it. The fact that this gang culture is glorified. The way like rap glorifies it. Because I think that this is an American problem. And not just an American problem, but
African
a black American problem. So for BET to play the damn shit more than the good shit. Because you're BET ucheza guy, that nonsense. That
But another banner with a 4-5.
And you can't blame this nini because like when you're a kid, you're impressionable, yes? Like you think this is real.
But
a 12-year-old
But
kid.
I see it permeate. It's strong. First of all, I'm not gonna act here and pretend I'm not a consumer of some trash.
Pia muskizaga.
Like
yo plaga. Utapata nikisikiza, but
fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. So like that's Chief Keef. I was heavy. I mean, Kanye West imprinted himself in drill music because he realized he took Chief Keef's don't like, and then of course Kanye fired it, made it that much better. But it goes back to bottom line. A lot of times when people talk about like now culture vultures like Kina Leo Cohen, put Leo Cohen on the screen, he's a famous Jew label owner, hip-hop investor initially. These guys have made hundreds of millions, maybe even billions off gang culture because it goes down to bottom line, man. Like what sells? What sells? J. Cole came and tried to do something. He's really made an effort, a conscious, concise effort to make music that's as good in terms of sonically. It's really good music, but it's not gang.
Yeah, Ata Kendrick, I have to give him credit for that. Wametrayo to move away from CASHAPP.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that ignorant shit. I used to love Onyx. You know Onyx?
Of course.
To screaming dudes.
Yeah.
So there used to be like one line I used to love. sticky fingers creep up when you least suspect it. Now I fuck pussy and she's infected. He used to just talk shit. And fuck, even he had a line, fuck cocaine, nigga. I sniff gunpowder. But dumb shit.
But hip-hop culture had a lot of those rape culture attached.
Yeah.
Guys are running trains and they're proud, we're running train, let the homies hit, Yeah, let the homies hit is like rape, bro.
Yeah, it's literally
Mali all in her champagne. She didn't know it. What?
Yeah. Yo recross alafu pia kina Snoop ilikuwa ain't no fun if the homies can have none. I'm like, but you think the homies? I'm not trying to share with you shit.
Do you think if we had access to guns,
would be that dumb?
We'd have disintegrated that much or that far?
Yeah. Nikwambia kwa nini? Angalia the few instances, even the celebrities who have access to guns hapa Kenya, ushachiki they brandished them, sindio? And cause this is the difference. If I piss you off and we have to fight na mikono, I can walk away because I know it's 50-50. I don't know who's going to win. If I have it, I know I'm going to win. Nachiki. I think ilikuwa gani bado big small sile ni fuck your nini I practice gun fu. People are out here practicing gun fu and you're not going to whatever. Even at the locks walikuwa na hiyo fuck your muscles. I have what?
But at 13, either you have a mental condition or you've just been that badly socialized. Because you from the story, if you listen carefully, he also caused. He had issues even I'm assuming
in juvie. After it's a triple homicide, so it was like 3 kids, and it was 6 kids. So 6 kids, 3 caused deaths are 3. So wacha msikiza kwa jela, ukimsikiza kwa
he talks?
He talked hapa akiwa nini kotini, and when you listen to it, you're there thinking like, I don't know how.
I really want to hear if his cognitive function is normal.
Wacha msikize, sinajua ni regrets,
sentenced.
I think like it's just y'all think I'm bad. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I promise you give me another chance. I promise you gonna see what I'm talking about. Like, I promise you. I bet you gonna see me on that TV doing good.
I think I'm not bad. I promise you I'm good. I promise you. No, you're bad.
But let's go back.
Watu watatu walikufa bana. Let's
go back to the mind of a 13-year-old. We were talking earlier about the things we used to do.
Yes.
But think about the dumb shit you also did. That might not be on the scale of murder, but that undeveloped brain and its capabilities. Him growing up in the environs of gang culture, that stupidity manifested in gang culture.
Yes.
So there's an argument to be made, especially because I first wanted to hear if he's normal, Amba is one of those guys who's a bit, but he's a normal guy clearly. So
yeah.
So I think there's an argument to be made that perhaps this is too harsh.
But now there's another argument to make. Like sometimes we disagree with people who say that America is not racist. Yes, America is racist with the fact that if you are black, it does not matter your age. Watasema you're a criminal and you need to be needed as an adult. Sindio? You see, when white kids do the same shit, the first thing that they blame, the first thing that they blame, ni mental health. Like if a white kid shoots up a school, itakuwa
you're playing too much Xbox, man.
Yeah, alikuwa they look for an excuse. But if you're a black kid, wanajuaga. So because you are held to a higher standard, you have to be like that. And if pia mufkiriagani the parents themselves, like if you live in such an environment and you're raising your kid, it's up to you to now try your best. Hata wasikize hizi marap songs za kipumbavu, like try your best kutry kuonyesha like hii kitu, these things come with consequences. Because I also saw another story that still happened in the US majuzi too, I think hapa December 2024 where kids wa high school bado black kids walibaki wamededisha like a schoolmate, alafu wakamweka kwa garden just mbele ya nini the building that they live in, and you're there thinking like you can't do this.
Plus, how serious is your beef that murder is on you? We had in high school, we had beefs, we had factions. Those form 2B, form 1, form 2A, and it was serious. But us guys always threw hands, and then we'd protect each other when we were out. So in school there's beef, but if we're out, we're guys from Saints.
Yeah.
So if there's beef, we're together. So, but murder,
like uko, I think and that's why now unachiki na blame rap music, because I think imefanyaga inaka it makes it look cool. Blacker. Even someone like Jay, someone I respect, akisema like I respect the one who shot, not the one who got shot. You understand that damn shit where you now start thinking that being a gangster is cool, being a gangster is what? Because sisi ni we ni mwizi na ukiwa mwizi katikati ya Nairobi, you know what happens? Unapigwa.
But also another interesting thing I love about the state is just how much money can affect the judicial system and how you relate with it. Think about, I don't know if you're familiar with this young rapper called YNW Melly.
Z.
He's, I forget his full name, but something Demons. Imagine it's called Demons. He ended up allegedly killing 2 of his friends. That case has been ongoing for like almost 5-6 years now. Boss, if you just hear the overview of the case, it's a no-brainer. He killed his friends.
Yes.
Straight up, he killed his friends. There's no doubt about it. But bro, because he's a rich rapper, bro, they've been able to drag this thing, and there's a high chance he's gonna walk.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing about the judicial system in the States. If you can buy, what did Big Homie Sisi said? He said if you have the complexion for the protection or the finance, or the compensation for the protection. So like he was talking about how Diddy has been able to wiggle his out. Money, man.
Yeah, money talks, bullshit works.
Money, man.
Yeah, but wakwasa wanaraise watu wa yuko States jo, I don't know, man. Just nini your kids, like just remind them and bring them to Africa once in a while pia. I feel like Africa has this humbling thing where of course kuna mtu anaweza counter argue ungejua the Somali kids who I don't know, man, it's tough. Kulikuwa na historia ati police constable Jackson Kipkoech Konga was sentenced to 30 years in prison on July 24th by a Nakuru court for the murder of his superior officer Christopher Kimeli at Nakuru K9 unit. So ikakuwa like nini he shot his boss at close range. So nashindwa, what do you think was happening? Because kuna kuwaga na historia apparently these police bosses treat their juniors like shit. Because for someone to hit you close range, kama si mental, lazima ikuwe you've treated them like shit mpaka they're there like
they're tired.
Yeah. So wanna feel nini ili happen hapa?
I suspect, probably just abuse, not abuse, but that just a bad work environment and calculating. A guy feel like now you've stepped on even my manhood, sasa. Like,
najuaga hiyo
umevuka border. Everyone has boundaries, and the boundary, the default setting for men is hands. And if you have more than hands and you have a gun, you take action.
What we are talking about, like, it's very hard to walk away from a fight. Najua kama uko na an easier way to do it.
Yes.
Sisi wengine wale there's no easy way to do it.
And I hear there's a lot of depression in the forces. In the police force.
I think
because think about it, you on so many levels you protect people who have a lot of wealth. One, you see wealth all around you. Two, you have power but you're poor. Think about that. You're a powerful poor person.
Yes.
When you go
ukifika pahali kila mtu anaogopa.
But then now when you remove your uniform at night, you're living in some dilapidated place. The people hate you because you're a cop.
Yeah.
Your bosses use you as a collective personal bodyguard. I feel like this dispensation have used the police force as like a singular bodyguard. The whole force is like a bodyguard for them. I have a friend who's a cop and he was telling me like nowadays, for the first time ever, they struggle even having workman's tools. So like he's a lawyer, but he's in the police force. We grew up in the same mode. We used to chana together. He was telling me how there are times if you want to do some work, you have to buy your own ream of paper. And it's like, these are things they had never seen before. In the previous dispensation, there was always workman's tools were a given. Things to allow me to do my duty. I never had to reach into my pocket to facilitate. Same thing is happening in hospitals. Talk to doctors. In fact, if you're ever interested, there's a doctor I know called Dimbil who he works for county government. He can tell you a proper story of just how things are right now.
But kusaiswa another doctor kisifu nani, lakini kisifu Duale. Apparently Duale has helped in a few things.
You should have him on and put him to task.
Yeah. So I'd want to know vile Duale amesaidia. But tukibonga jo story of course ya Ruto, we talk about abductions. I don't know if you saw the story of LSK seeks to withdraw from the Angui Kenyagia abduction case citing contradictory claims. So walikuwa wanasema that there were contradictory facts provided by Kenyagia and his family. You remember this guy dude who went missing?
Oh, the one who came back shaved.
Yes.
Yes.
So wanna feel alikuwa abducted ama wanna feel it was all bullshit?
That one was weird. I have a theory also about abductions. I don't think all abductions are... I abduct Moaf. If Moaf resists too much, I'll rough him up.
Yes.
But if I abduct Moaf and Moaf is screaming like a lady, and he's like, hey, let's negotiate. I think guys nego, but of course I can't just release you. You're just chilling somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably been given your bag, whatever money, and then now we release you. I think those two things are happening in terms of abductions. So some guys are abducted, of course, like Alberto Joang. Unfortunately, what happened. Yeah. There are people who are abducted, they resist, they're still viva, they're tortured. They come out, some you don't hear of them, some you never hear of them because they disappear. But I also feel there are guys who, in that state, they negotiate.
Because huyu sasa mpaka even Martha Karua withdrew from his case. So it's a very...
She must have seen something there.
Yeah. It's a very mysterious case, so I don't know hiyo nini ili happen hapo. And tukigo back internationally, Hulk Hogan is dead.
Oh no.
And mi nikifikiria juu Hulk Hogan, I think about my childhood, and I think about how we used to think wrestling is real and how we loved these people. And I feel like HD TV has spoiled wrestling, and I hate the fact that it spoiled wrestling to anini. You can actually see vile kwa tunafikiria wanagongo wa blow. Squeeze to your HD TV, and you know it's edited in real time. They can't do hizo vitu. Najua hizo like those tricks they used to have.
But Moaf, I'll say this. Even before HD TV, even as kids watching wrestle, before you confirmed and kubali it was fake, you knew. Because you look at those punches and like, why is he?
Alafu they are not bleeding.
And then
but I think sasa wewe you are more of a 90s kid, more of an 80s kid. So sisi we are talking about 14-inch TVs. Ka TV ni kadogo hivi. You won't know kablo ijaland. Utafikiria imeland. Alafu pia colored TV used to be something. Like me, the first time niliwatch wrestling ilikuwa black and white. Nacheki. And a black and white, I'm not seeing all those details. Ilikuwa kale ka great wall. Najua ka great wall ka small hivi. So I think with that, hatuko tunajua kama like how real ama how fake it is. And right now kwa 4K has spoiled wrestling. Like unaonaga Undertaker amepigwa pale amenini alafu nachiki ameenda amekuza.
Oh yes.
And the other guy rises. Like
how
4K.
How did Hulk die?
Inasemekana tu he died at 71. Let me try and see if there's any
if you watch the
details.
Joe Rogan episode where he's interviewed wrestlers, boss, the damage that happens to these guys' bodies.
Yeah. And the drug abuse.
The drug abuse. But the drug abuse a lot of times is pain related.
Yeah. They're
trying to cope with the pain that they're constantly under.
Okay. Ni cardiac arrest.
Oh no.
Yeah, medics were dispatched to WWE Icons Clearwater, Florida home early Thursday with operators stating that it was regarding a cardiac arrest.
His daughter had one of the best songs and one of the most overplayed songs Kiss FM has ever had.
Yeah.
For a moment, ding 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 ding, thought I lost everything.
What that?
For a moment, ding ding.
That's his daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the most overplayed song Kiss FM has ever had.
Oh, yeah. So I mean in cardiac arrest, and I think hizo kutumia hizo nini?
Steroids.
And
then nowadays, there's people are using steroids and it's called TRT, testosterone treatment, even into their 70s.
Yeah.
Because apparently there's a safe way to do it. That's how you look at guys like Sylvester Stallone still looking ripped, but a guy is 70. The governor, what's the governor called? Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's, but I think your heart can only take so much.
Afu pia The Rock, because The Rock nagawaga amejamisha the bodybuilding community.
Because he says he's natural.
Yes. And you can see The Rock wa wrestling, na Rock wa saizi. Wa saizi is huge.
Way bigger.
Yeah, he's
Even
way
his head
bigger.
has grown.
yeah, like he's huge. So nimekuwa nikiona watu wakiteta sana that anashinda kinini.
But his stars shook a bit, eh?
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know. I think he did pia some bullshit movies hapa katikati. Like you remember like when he was pale juu kabisa. So hizo waga zinapeleka stock chini kidogo.
Because even him and Kevin Hart are missing in action, man. Now they're just on the back end of things.
Although Kevin asema nini yake nini, I think Kevin inaitwa nini? Diversify portfolio yake. Because him, he always has the stand-up comedy to fall back to. But The Rock going back to wrestling is like a favor. Anadu ya WWE because he's bigger than whatever. But yes, The Rock kuna vile saa hizi. Moana tu ilitoka, lakini this year,
I'm not sure. You have a daughter, so I'm sure that's
yeah.
But let me ask you now. Let me switch it up on you now. I want to talk to you about work ethic. I was the other day. Sometimes I'm not trying to toot my own horn in terms of how hard I work, but the way my life is set up right now, it calls for a lot of being awake more than I should.
Yeah, okay.
And resting less than I should, perhaps. But let me ask you, Marv, if you're to penetrate the way you want to, even for you to be like this, where you've reached, can you really be sleeping 9 hours? Like, because I don't see. The other day I was with the captain and we were talking and he's like, me, I'm asleep by 9. I'm like, how are you asleep by 9? But see, his main career is just his career and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
So it works out. But now, I'm thinking, and when I look at a lot of success stories, like super success, the guys I look up to, the Joe Rogans of this world.
Yes.
Boss, when you're building, look at Elon Musk, when you're building, bro, 9 hours, where?
Yeah, ni ngumu.
Where?
But sasa, kitu funny na mimi is I don't do 9 hours kimoja hivi, but I actually think I do like 9 hours.
You take power naps in between?
Yes, because I take power naps in between. Alafu, I only do the pod. Nachikiwe you have to, you have a full-time job, pilot, alafu, podcast as like your second job, yes? So with you, hauna time. Mimi ni job moja. So hata niamue I'm doing 16 hours, what am I doing for 16 hours?
But the way you're churning out content, you're churning out so much content, meaning you're here a lot of the time.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm sure there are times this, because I don't want to give specifics, but Morph's setup is kind of, I don't want to give specifics because guys will just join the dots. But his house is also not far from here.
Yes.
But I'm sure
that's what we do. Like I live upstairs.
Upstairs, you're a married man.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are times, boss, get your ass home.
Yeah, kuna kwaga na hiyo.
Hapo na chapa content.
Kuna kwaga na hiyo ile like I get given that look. Because sometimes sasa now what happens also with this story, if there's no story to talk about, there's no story to talk about. And now let's say the story happens at 6 p.m. alafu wife you go home at 7. Have to react to the story.
You have to.
So inabidi anaichukua vibaya, and it's just the nature of women. Like they'll be like, oh, we don't spend enough time together, blah blah blah. Why didn't you do this during the day? Na yote nitakwambia during the day iko imehappen. Ruto wako amevaa watch ya 7 million shillings. What was I supposed to react to? You see, so if there's nothing to react to, but now another thing that I always say is I also look at other people. So Kami, there are times when I look at Obina and how he handles everything in one day, and I always feel like I can do more.
So what is he doing? What is he doing with the other days?
The other days they're just pushing your show Evo alafu, and here's the thing dunia. But no, he runs like 3 channels. Unajua hivyo?
Extra.
He has pia Obina, the Obina family, the Obinas, sindio? So there is Obina, the main channel. I think alikuwa ameilose alafu akaigain back. Alafu Obina extra ndio ikakuwa hizi sasa siku hizi anafanya nao live, sindio? Alafu yuko na the Obinas where it's the kids. Alafu kuna ile Zabe, the one that he used to run with that Kagal, demo FP. Yes. So he has that, although most of them are shooting on Monday. These other days I think we took out the Obinas, he shoots different days. Alafu nilicheki moja ile pia kuna zile ads, he does ads but in such a good way. Kama kuna hii ad nilicheki yake where he was at some gym where he should not be. These are ghetto gyms somewhere in Ungwaro. So I think anadu hivyo.
But sometimes I also feel challenged by, and I always take, I don't know if it's an ego thing or You know, Maf, I didn't have. I lost a lot of productivity in my 20s because of booze.
Yeah.
So I also feel like right now I'm so energetic. I have the energy. So if I can do more, I'll always do more.
Yeah.
So like Jana, I opened my roster, my flying roster for next month. Boss, it's stacked. But I was like, these guys are. It's like they're trying to test how I can balance. I'm like, bring it. I'll still chopper that Kazi and I'll still chopper the pod.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're gonna deter me, man. So. But sometimes it gets tough. Like today, right now as we speak, I'm running on maybe 2-3 hours. No, not even 2-3 hours. Last night maybe I got 3 hours. Went to Jobo, chaptered 4 sectors. Came home, maybe slept for 1.5. Although 1.5, when you have something to do, you can't really get that deep sleep.
Yes, you can't get. Yeah.
Iko Nini. So nimeinterrupt show kupatia some good news. Are you in the UK? Are you in Canada? Are you in Europe? You know what? Good news. LemFi imefika jo. So ukiwa masaiza US, ukiwa UK, ukiwa Canada, ukiwa Europe, bado unzabaki umetuma pesa through LemFi. No sahau, LemFi kupatiaga the best exchange rates. Na pia, ile story ya $20 cashback on your first transaction, ile kwa equivalent to $100, hiyo bado iko. So, unangoja nini jo? Usahau, tumia promo code IKONINI. Yes? Alafu, pia kitu moja na nibamba saizi juu ya LemFi ni the fact that si lazima ubaki umeseti do kwa your mobile wallet, uzabaki umetransfer do direct from your debit card ikikuja, alafu the exchanges themselves zinakuwaga instant. Alafu saizi pia kitu mushinaga nikiambia wasi wako US, jua still unzalipa bills za maparo ka uko maju. Unzalipa aje? Cause till numbers na pay bills pia ziko supported na LemFi. So nangoja nini? Baki umeinstall LemFi. Yes? Na umesikia vile nimesema US, UK, Canada, Europe. Chukueni LemFi, chap. Kauko Dubai, masaiza UAE, LemFi na come soon. Alafu msisahau jo kutumia promo code IKONINI. Unangoja nini? LemFi, international payments for everyone. Let's go back to the show. Yeah.
Although it comes to deep sleep, I think one of the things I learned from the internet, and it actually works, ni easy supplements, magnesium to be specific. You need to try that shit.
I have magnesium. Melatonin.
Inakupelekaga deep sleep. Because me, magnesium unipelekaga deep sleep. So I'll...
Crazy dreams, eh?
Yes. There are times I'll nini. So, nitaingia kwa bed, because I always take it just before bed. So, meaning to a bed mostly after 4 a.m. So, 4-5 hapo.
You see?
So,
and he thinks that's normal. That's not normal, bro.
I know it's not normal. So, naichukua, alafu... mushtukiaga mostly nashtukiaga 10. Ukiniambia what happens cause wife na mtoi au ni watu wa 6:37 kutoka kwa hao. Ukiniambia what time walitoka 9 times out of 10 I don't know.
Out cold.
Out kabisa. But sasa one of the things that I don't like is I don't know if it happens to you, but have you noticed that as married couples mnakuaga na everyone has their side of the bed?
Of course. Yeah.
Alafu kuna behavior zingine zilu happenigia naturally where you'll end up sleeping on one side more than the other side.
Yeah. I think that's even more natural.
Yes. So now the messed up thing is it's messed up one of my ears. So ile nikiamka nasikia iko painful a little bit. I always feel it when I wake up. So I had to Google. Najua Google msema kweli ndo nikaona hiyo story ya you're sleeping on one side too much. So you need to flip. But sasa now the human brain is komezoea kulala na side moja. You'll always end up sleeping on that side.
Do you sleep with any sound in the background or earphones?
That's one of the things that I used to do back in the days. I used to sleep na music. But then I got married. So after I get married, I stopped. And I remember majuzi nikienjoy wife that I slept because ilikuwa during the day. I was taking my power nap. Nikeka album here. There's a group I really love on it, Atmosphere. So I put the album and went to sleep. Now the most interesting thing, have you ever listened to rap music while sleeping?
Yeah.
How do your dreams come up? Because my dreams are very different when I'm sleeping.
Well, both rap or music or movies, sometimes your dream starts to form into
the song.
Yeah, if you talk about some gunplay fight in a dream or some gangster.
Yeah. So now me ilikuwa hivyo. So nimelala, alafu tumetoka kufanya ile birthday party ya Robo. So tumelala. And then now in my dream, Robo is just rapping like this. Mpaka niko like, I've never known this dude can rap this well. Like, niko like, shit, damn, bro. Yani miaka yote tujaijua. Au mpaka nashinda like, where the hell is the American accent from? Then eventually, like a few hours later, nikiamka niko like, oh shit, that was a dream. So that happened. So that's one of the things that I had to sacrifice, the listening to music while sleeping. But this was my thing. Like ilikuwaga anytime I'm alone and niko kwa nyumba peke yangu, if I go to sleep, I'd put a rap album, then go to sleep. And then I'd just hear.
So nowadays when you go to bed, you put your phone aside?
Yeah, phone aside.
Do you doom scroll?
Headphones aside. See, you're kwa bed. I don't do that. Wife ndio fanyaga hiyo shit.
TikTok?
Ndio anakuaga TikTok nini. The funny thing is, inakuaga funny, like saizi cause I have those two whatever headphones. I really love watching TV with them at night because the whole place is quiet and they have really good
Muff
sound.
is balling. We shot an episode last week and those headphones, he came with them to studio. Well, that episode comes out next week.
Yeah, so hizo headphones inafanya na watch movies and I enjoy them. So nitazitoa, I check how much charge they have and then niziweke kando, and then I always put my phone to charge. Phone yangu can make squeezy. iPhones have this thing where it can't go past 80% to preserve the battery. I put it charge, so najua by time naamka asubuhi itakuwa 80% and it's that. So as soon as I take my ni magnesium and zinc, I go to bed. And
you take magnesium and zinc every day?
Yes.
Okay. You're not scared of because I have magnesium, zinc. I also have melatonin, but I consciously not take it. Like if I know, because
this hachukua hiyo melatonin sasa ni ya kulala kabisa. I think we should just try magnesium and zinc as a combination. I think I learned this from that kagal Evil,
yeah.
You know her? Yes.
Yeah.
I'll comment magnesium and zinc to help it sleep. So I noticed you get that deep sleep.
Nowadays I have designated rest days, and I feel like now maybe it's been 2.5 weeks of just going. Then I have a off day. I consciously say or not try and secure a guest, which is hard because I'm in the growth phase. So I'm like, maybe I can get Nani tomorrow, you know. So sometimes I have to consciously, because you start feeling the burnout, and it's a thin line. So I just consciously try not to.
Because hata mimi watu notice this week Iko Nini was a little bit slow. It's because of that I felt like niko nafika hiyo level ya burnout where even researching a story, ule researcher ananiambia juu hii story, because normally akiniambia I have to go and research on the story itself. Naiangalia niko like then I end up not even talking about some stories.
Take a vacation, bro.
Yes. So I end up not talking about a story. Mimi hata nikichukua vacation I still want to work.
Because it's content, yeah.
Yeah, so kuna nini? Because talking of stories that I never talked about, this is a story that my researcher had asked me to talk about this and I totally forgot. This story, Ezekiel Mutua, he was asked to return 27 million shillings. And it was interesting because you remember the way watu Deputy Jesus, eh?
You know me, I always say I'm not a moralist. I believe in having morals, but I'm not a moralist. It's not black and white.
Yes.
Life has taught me that. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Today I still make blunders, you know. There's still things in my life I could improve, as with most people. So me, this thing for guys who pontificate like Ezekiel did, this other guy who's a twat, Mosira.
Yes, Mosiria, yes.
I hate that energy. I'm sure Ezekiel is the biggest tosser.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's the biggest tosser. Like, allegedly though. I think if...
I understand what you mean.
I've not liked him since I used to do a previous pod. Just I think his mentality is as backward as his hairline. Like, yeah. So
Okay.
Kumbe is a thief.
Yeah, so kulikuwa na hii story the former head of
Kumbe is a thief. It makes sense.
Acha nini, the former head of Kenya Film Classification Board has been ordered to refund the government 27 million he earned as a salary increment during his second term in office. According to a ruling delivered by State Corporations Appeal Tribunal, the former KFCB boss awarded a salary increase from 348 to 1.1 million for 3 years. Sikia hiyo. Yes.
That's
During the
3 times.
proceedings, the inspectorate alleged that Mutua's contract was renewed in 2018 despite the sports cabinet secretary declining to renew his term. So, Ali move salary, that's 3 times, eh? Yeah, that's over 200% salary increase.
Hey.
Yes, now so your artists are out here crying, like, because this was more than 200%. It's actually more than 200%.
I hope my employer is watching.
Yeah, so are you surprised? Because I'm not surprised. Me vile tu I think vile umesema mi sana iangaliaga in different nini like I always feel like there's something you're trying to hide.
Yeah,
if you are
people who are moralists, there's always something that they're hiding. And then also, sorry for bringing up Mosira, but you saw the Alisha Kanini thing.
yes Mosiria, yes.
And how you're saying that kuna video nimeona mtandao.
Ulienda kuiwatch unajua mpaka saizi sijaiwatch wase nikisemaga hivyo naonaga watu wako like mwafu nadanganya. It's because I'm very specific even with
this pornography.
Yes, mi nikiendaga pale na nini anaitwa Safaricom Home Fiber can attest to this. Nikiendaga pale inakuwaga strictly I don't even know, go to akina xxg videos. Mi nakuwaga ni pornhub.com search black creamy pussy full stop.
And when you say that
specific
when you say that like on camera, you're not scared one day your kids will watch that? Kesi
badai. I think we always worry about our kids growing up and watching. I don't think they think I'm that cool mpaka hata go through 700 episodes akisikiza budake akibonga mavi. You understand, I'll never be that cool to my kid. But talking of mtoi wangu majuzi nilikuwa depressed.
What?
So we have this story. What was the conversation? So something happened and then nikamwambia, and then I told her something like don't worry, you can get a boyfriend when you're 56. Najua 56 dad 56 no then nika insist, yes, at 56 you can get a boyfriend. Then you know what my kid asked me, and she's 10 years old, how am I going to get kids? So shit.
Oh no.
So now you don't know if you're supposed to have the conversation with her.
Oh no.
Because now you know your kid knows
the birds and the bees.
The birds and the bees. So now niko nimebonga na madhaki, and I didn't, because the mom was there, I didn't ask the mom like have you talked to her and told her like how, but it's scary because I saw this person like when they came straight from the mother's womb, like I held them like this and they are screaming and they are making all this noise, and this is 10 years later, and 10 years from now she's going to be
fully cognizant.
Yes, and she'll be at places I don't know. Just hizi najuaga everywhere she is, najua she's here, she's there. But 10 years from, that's the
and at the pace you're moving also she'll be a rich man's daughter.
hopefully naweza kuwa cancel hapa nje. Hii sasa ndio bai kazi yetu, you're always there, zile za unaogopa like
at any moment.
At
just
any
don't
moment
lecture guys about using matatus, you'll be fine.
Wow. I saw that shit.
Yeah, telling guys that you're 35 come on man, life this is real life maze.
This is real life. Alafu let people budget with what they want to budget on, like,
and even wealth is a journey. Unless you're inheriting it, you don't just have wealth, there's a journey. So jobbing is part of the journey.
Yes.
Man.
You just go through it pole pole. Alafu you look at stuff like kuna ile time siwezi kudanganya like I don't have a car right now, but najua utaki your business out here, but kuna time angalia gari yako na like damn I want such, nataka kitu mzuri kama hii.
You like a Vitz that much? This guy likes Vitzes, man. I didn't know, man.
Yeah, napenda Vitz hivyo. Yeah. So kuna hiyo, but then you remind yourself, you're like, I've not invested enough to be able to drive this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Ile like hivyo. Alafu kuna things that I've been telling myself that I need to learn about, zile sijalan. We should do like infrastructure bonds.
Not yet, man.
Because the returns are really good.
My investment portfolio is not where it should be.
Yeah.
Those are things I'm consciously working on as we go. Yeah.
Yes, because hiyo kuna nini wanaangalia hapo sijui sahizi sijui 12 to 14% per annum. That's good.
That's good.
Considering it's low risk, it's better than, because sahizi because the gava stopped borrowing locally, money markets have gone down. Like they were good by like last year when ikiingia kwa hizo money markets, they were really good. Right now they're not as good. So I need to think of diversifying the portfolio. So nataka ni diversify the portfolio to a certain level, and then now nazafikiria now I need a car. Because a car, the advantage of it is also, there's sometimes when you just want to take your kid and your wife somewhere without
and
having
also
planned.
I feel like it's if you're a guy who moves around, Uber becomes expensive.
Yeah, kama mimi niko na calculate like how much I use ikikam to stories za gym and they're like I could.
Oh yeah, so every time we meet at the gym with Uber, that's a price. That's quite a pretty penny.
Ni matri gani utastopisha saa 7 usiku, you understand? Alafu pia the way I normally look at it, saa 7 usiku and you have a iPhone in your pocket and you know Kenyans will still want to steal that, and
plus you're a celeb. Your food, you'll be food bana.
Yeah, so kuna hiyo nini that I've been really thinking of. So gari mimi sana nimekuwa nikiangalia from this perspective. What if I was to get like a second hand car? I don't need to get, of course most Kenyan cars are second hand, but you know what I mean, like pre-owned locally. Just get that, save up on pesa ya cab.
And this is not a plug for Gigi. You know, of camera we're talking about. One of my colleagues just recently bought a very nice Benz at a very good price. And he's the second owner. It was from an Indian lady. They just wanted to get rid of a car that had been sitting in their compound for too long.
Oh, okay.
And it was a steal. Bro, that car is in mint condition. You cannot compare that car vis-a-vis something you'd get in a car yard.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
You, with the way I know you're an intentional guy, the way in fact, sometimes you really challenge me in terms of the intentionality with which you like buy source equipment and stuff. If you just put that same energy to a car, you'll probably find a very good deal.
Okay, I think nitaingia hapo cause naunga kuna time nilikuwa na try kutafuta nini hapo jiji, na pia ilikuwa some Indian guy tried to sell me some BMW 320i and it looked good. It was kamze but kalikuwa na mileage but he'd maintained it.
But be cautious with the Beamer.
Yes, I know. Azi, saizi sifikiri jua nini. Mi saizi nafikiria more of a practical SUV. Just something to hold me like for the next 2 years. And then after 2 years, hopefully na hope sasa niza chukua machine yangu. Like, this is my machine.
What's your dream car? And I think dream cars have 2 tiers. 2 tiers is hard for if I just work a little harder. Like a few years nitaifikia. And then there's others which are now za jaba sasa.
Tier 1, I'd say E-Class. EO2 E-Class, and I think it's because of there's that guy John Hamm. John Hamm, the actor.
I'm not familiar.
Ule msowa Madman. Like,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes, the lead actor. So he used to be the voice for Mercedes Benz. So for a very long time ilikuwa guy. So ukiwatch hizi my illegal streams za kina Hulu and what, you'd hear him then Mercedes Benz, the best or nothing.
I've had some friends Benz.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, a Benz, when you experience a Benz, you're cocooned now because you can't go back.
You've heard from friends.
Hey, my friends tell me.
Okay, I'll take your word. Yeah. So vile umesikia tu from abese wako. So that's the nini. And then at some point ukonataka range, yes? Now as the second tier. But then after kuona shida za range zile nasikiaga, alafu after experiencing the GLE. GLE ama ilikoje? Is it a GLE? The other Kibens.
Yeah.
Yes, after ku-experience hiyo kwenda Namanga. That's what I'd want.
You went to GLE to Namanga?
Yes.
Wow, that's like a dream. That's like a fantasy family car.
Yes, it was that.
The 7-seater?
Yeah, but hiyo time ilikuwa imeset hapo ilikuwa ni kama ilikuwa 2.5. But
that car, we once went to a yard, and this one, me and my wife were broke. Actually, we went to fantasize. I went to a car yard. We were sitting in Benzes, and I remember just looking at that GLE. We sat inside. We're like, wow! Like when we have a family, this is the kind of car.
Yeah. So we went with that, and I really enjoyed it. So that would be that. Na kama CEO basi Porsche ni juu ya, funny enough, ni juu ya Porsche ya BN. Like when BN showed, I think people know.
BN has a Porsche?
Yeah, huko najua. It's kwa nimepatia na news hapa. I think what we do, Cayenne. So ile kuja na Cayenne yake, I was like, damn, this shit looks really good.
That's befitting for BN. I have a friend who has a Porsche. When you enter, because I've never given it a thought. I think maybe it's me and my small dreams. But when you enter and you look at the attention to detail, the upholstery on the seats, it is a pristine car.
Yeah.
But Ben right now, and sorry Ben if I'm pocket watching, I know it's all love.
Yeah.
That guy is conservatively touched a few $1 million.
Yes. Saizi, or at least $1 million. Or at least $1 million. Because saizi ukiangalia the amount of concerts he does, like
sold
for
out
you to sell out O2 arena, you know manisha at least we mwenye after tax and everything, you have to at least to end up on maybe 20,000 pounds.
No more. country 20k.
Azizi, unajua usisahau pia kuna costs and what. Unajua you always assume it's just the artist. No, you have to pay for venue, advertising, marketing. You understand? Angalia what you keep at the end. You have to pay your band. You have to.
I'd say maybe 70k pounds.
You have to. Lazima ulipe watu. Because it depends on like how much was a ticket also. I don't know how much the ticket was, but I understand what you mean. Like yuko na kakitu saizi alafu ukiangalia hizo tour dates. These are tour dates that we used to see for like white artists.
Yes.
Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I mean,
it's crazy.
seeing on I think was it you was telling about Chaxi? Seeing him on Breakfast Club for me was just confirmed. I'm like, okay, this shit is doable.
Yeah.
And when go check out my interview with Fancy Fingers. You have to be living the dream before it has worked. So these guys, they knew even when they were broke and they were scrambling.
Yeah.
They are already seeing.
Kule inaenda.
Yeah, and it was not something that was up for debate.
Hiyo kitu waga funny because you know like the way I'm not a superstitious person, yes? But musemaga like in life there are contradictions where you contradict yourself because there's this guy called this rapper KRS-One. So kuna album ya KRS-One ya 1997 ito I Got Next. Of course itoka 97 by the time situ kunaipata niko 99 2000. And kwa hiyo kuna kuwaga na a certain phrase of his. I used to play this kwa show. It's like an interlude. So kwa the interlude he says visualize wealth and put yourself in the picture. Nacheki. So and with what he was saying is that everything starts from your mind. And for me I always feel like that has worked in ways cause nilikuwa najipea picture nikiwa kwa radio and eventually I worked on radio but sometimes I sit down and I'm like you know what I live in a country of 55 million people. How did I end up on radio? And you understand it makes no sense.
Manifestation Murph is not the power of the mind, and that's why the powers that be try and hack your mind, and they hack your mind even for you to have menial dreams. I'm gonna be I just wanna be career job people, but it's because your mind was hacked, so that's what you've manifested.
Yes.
If you remove yourself from that kind of thinking, bro, there's nothing you cannot do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I saw Charlamagne, and not only did BN go on Breakfast Club, it's one thing to go. He held court. So
yeah.
He held his own. He didn't look like an intellectual infant. He didn't look like a cultural infant. He held court, So me, I'm a strong believer in if you can imagine it, you can probably do it. Except like me running with Kosgei, but rather Kipchoge. But those things where you have abilities towards, you can do it.
Yes. You just have to dream it and you have to. Because mimi I always said the radio thing, I don't know. But nakunga after nisikize Redman, kulikuwa na album ya Redman inaitwa Muddy Waters, alafu after kusikiza Snoop, DJ Easy Dick saying that dick is long but my time is short. You remember that bullshit?
Yeah.
I used to be so jazzed and I'd keep just saying it in the house.
Ed Lover and Dr. Dre.
Yeah, so I really wanted to work on radio and somehow I ended up working on radio where for me to work on radio, I had to be a rapper. Did I give the rap thing 100% effort? No, I didn't. Was it impactful? Yes, it was. Like Musamaga, like if I was to kufa today, watu watanikumbuka, kuna watu watanikumbuka for the impact in podcasting and there are people who are going to remember me for the impact in hip-hop. Nacheki. So, but all this hip-hop stuff brought the radio stuff. And the radio stuff ended up bringing TV brought podcasting brought what, but it all started with some person listening to rap music and then starting to picture themselves doing a hip-hop show yangu inafaa kuitwa Word Up because that time unajua sasa now you are just with the American thing, so like Word Up
yeah, so man, you know what time it is, man.
Yeah, niko pale Word Up. Yeah, so that ended up being whatever it was. So I know the power of the human brain and the power of your manifestation. And I think pia ukiangalia even the African kid, when they grow up, they say that when a kid is poor, every day wanambuaga vile money is evil and I don't have money and I don't have, you understand that? But mtu yana grow up in a richer family, anashindaga tu everything that they hear about money is positive and their mind ends up having a very positive relationship with money while the poor person's brain has a very najua and so kuna hizo stories zote where you look at and you're like okay, there are things maybe we don't understand hapa nje So hopefully ntapata nini ntapata gari.
You certainly will, man.
Yeah, but I think tumalizie na hii story. There's a story that I saw. I was planning to ask Amandip about this story, but I never asked him about it. Yes. So ilikuwa ni Mumbai man with upset stomach falls to kifo from 18th floor while defecating. A 52-year-old man with an upset stomach died after falling from the 18th floor of a building here on Sunday while defecating from the edge of a shaft, an official said. And bring back to relationship ya Wahindi na kukunya jo.
I think volumes, because I have a skipper, shout out KK. Skipper is a captain in aviation. Like,
yes,
this guy, he used to fly for KQ before, and he was telling me how in Mumbai, from the runway, they could see guys outside the fence lined up, taking a doozer. Like culturally there, of course at the lower levels of society, it's almost a social event. Kibe also talks about how when he was in India, he'd see guys shitting and piga ngumzo. Like this is like a shit corner. Vipi bana? How's your day, guys?
Najua vile nilikuwa nakwambia.
So that guy, so wait, he fell through the shaft?
Yes, from the 18th floor. And mimi now, I'm even more worried about someone who was just passing hapo kabla anguke. Because now you're like, God. Shit.
Literally.
Like 18th floor. Because 18th floor, it's not going to come in a straight line. Pia neza kukujia kwa hawe yako na uko 3rd floor. If there's some little wind, neza kuja hivi kuja kwa nyumba yako. Like it's crazy.
But yeah, I think no racism here, but they have a unique relationship with but I think it's a volumes thing. It's a volumes thing. It's a numbers, the numbers.
Vile wako wengi?
Yeah.
Because there's that, and then there's the weird culture where you are in India, there are no... Yes, there are fancy neighborhoods, but there are no fancy neighborhoods. That makes sense. Where you'll find a mansion in a slum. What are you?
Oh, there's no, what do you call it, like zoning.
So utaona msee ana drive Ferrari katikati ya slum, alafu anaingia kwa building yake, alafu building yake it's futuristic, it's everything. I think the Ambani guy had something like that.
And Ambani was around the other day by the...
Hapa Kenya?
Yeah.
Oh, after you're just surrounded by poverty. But that Ambani kid, unafeel nini juu yake? Like, I feel like to be that rich, and I feel like every day I look at him, he just gets bigger. I feel like he's not...
Yeah, he's not trying anything with his weight.
Because you need to try at ile unajua ni wealth utaki kuacha.
And then at that level, Mazee, you can literally get someone, make me a burger that's healthy, that tastes good, that's 20 calories. Figure it out. Yeah. Figure it out. Here's the money. You know?
And they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So ile yake sijui.
Are you going to gym today?
Yeah, I think naenda.
If I feel energetic when I get home, although I'm so behind on rest, I might go. But I have a shoot tomorrow.
Oh, kama uko behind on rest, we rest. Mi nataka kuishia juu nataka... you had Ian challenged me. Someone has already paid for the nini. So I want to be ready by that time. Asa kwa mapa nafikiriaga Ian can't lift. Alafu wataju Ian is benching there zile kalikali. But Ian is just like a clown. But it's going to still be interesting. But kama kawaida buda jo, asante sana. And sorry for the delay. Najua tuli delay kabla tuanze.
Don't stress. Can I plug 2 things?
Yeah.
Go check out, first of all, Muff's episode on L2 is coming out next week. A fire episode. That was a banger. Always a banger. And of course, go check out the big homie CC interview on L2. I think that's a game changer in terms of how Kenyan content is interfacing with global content. Because Big homie CC had been causing storms in the States where this whole Diddy thing popped off by talking about what actually happens in Hollywood. Working security for some of these celebrities. So it is such a good episode.
And he clears that. Your story ya kuwa Diddy's bodyguard. He cleared that.
Yes.
So make sure may check out. It was a really good one. And I've been nimesema that conversation about hip-hop at the beginning. Although I was floating, I was there like, shit, there's so much I can learn about this genre of music that I love. That kuna vitu zile sielewi juu yake. Like right now I've just been listening to some guy. And there's some rap I listen to called Chief Kamachi. I'm sure you never even heard.
From where?
He's from Philadelphia. So he calls himself the Section 8 Egyptian. Even my ringtone. Shaiskika ringtone yangu? Yeah, I had the theorem way before Pythagoras. my little children still playing with the abacus. That's my ringtone. Like, it's been there for such a long time. And he's just a rapper that I don't know. But the way he writes, you write nikama, I'd call them biblical verses. So they'll have an element of religion, but then mixed up with street.
I think your taste is, if hip hop was tobacco, you're a guy of cigars. Like you like fine hip hop. Like sisi ni wase wa mafegi yani na marosta.
Yeah, I don't know kama niyo kuna yeye na kuna msemo mwingine pia musikizaga sana, especially nikiwa kwa gym, anaitwa Ransom. Ransom is just lyrical kabisa. But then now when I'm chilling in the house, mostly utapata ni Atmosphere, Mars. There's another rapper called Blueprint. Akina Blueprint, they are not very intricate. Like, Blueprint is not intricate in his writing. Like, hata kufanyia triple entendres and what. Ransom will do that. But he's the sort of guy who'll write a song and you feel like he's talking to you. Like, even he has a song called Is It Not So Cool? Where he wrote this to his, like, niece. Alafu anaambia the niece of, now you're 12 years old, you'll start to like boys, but you need to understand that being a mother, blah, 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 blah. Because this reminds me, we watch Breakfast Club, Don't you call it checky? Periodically. But there was this story of an 18-year-old girl with who left her 2-year-old kid in the car. Is it an 18-year-old girl? That means she gave birth at 16. Left the 2-year-old kid kwa gari and watch movie.
Oh,
understand the way a kid.
A kid raising a child.
Yeah. So I think yung ngoma Blueprint, I think when it was Not So Cool or something. Ntaambia watu juu yake baadaye. But yes. So there's that. I listen to weird shit and nikitaka kuenda nini. The only thing sijaskiza nikiwa kwa gym, which I think Ian would listen to, nile group naitwa MOP. Ian loves MOP. So I think hiyo siku tunafaa tu kumake sure he's listening to MOP. Niyaseme ati muscles zimefail.
And can you raw dog gym? I can never. Like, if my headphones are not charged, it's a crisis. Like, can you raw dog gym?
Me, so I got that trainer, so I have that guy, the guy who trains me. So normally, mutoaga headphones.
Okay, let's say when you work, you'll be a trainer. But there's an app called Fitboard, amazing. Let's say your trainer is not there. Can you raw dog gym?
Yes. Mwendaga, when I'm alone, because Saturday nights I go alone. Saturday nights will find me listening to hip hop.
Have you tried boxing it?
Sija try.
I always finish off with that. Like, I love it, man.
But your place you're boxing, I think they're turning it into the chicks gym.
So how I understood that message was, it's not that side. They were telling chicks that even that religion gym, chicks from moving forward, you cannot come this side. The chicks gym is on that side, but upstairs. It's not the boxing area.
Oh, see the boxing.
It's upstairs. Okay. So they're saying now, even if you're not a Islam person, you cannot come here as a chick.
Oh,
because when I asked, I was like, hey, so wait, at least my box, what's gonna happen to the bags? And then they explained to me, no, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but imekuwa ni episode 495. Kama kawaida tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend, tukimalizia tukisema Iko Nini.